Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Push. To the new viewers, to the new subscribers, click on the button below, look at the previous episodes just to get a feel of what Push is about. For the old people, my homies, my ride or dies, welcome back, welcome to 2019. I know I've been away for a long time. I apologize for that. I'm not going to get into a long-winded apology. Let's get into today's episode. Let's go! So, with January and today's episode, I'm going to be talking about firsts, and that is the first time I was in a relationship with a woman, the first time I kissed a woman, first time I broke up with a woman, the first. Let's get into the episode, man. Yes, Google it. Story time. Here's a story, here's a tale, especially for you. Hey, I'm sure that you'll enjoy it, and you might just learn a thing or two. Me and the girl were in the same grade. I think we became friends. We were friends, I think maybe from grade 9, 10, 11, definitely 11 and 12, but I don't remember the rest, I mean before that. But we were friends, and we were not in the same class, but we did the same extramural activities. So that's when we sort of interacted the most outside of class, and outside of the seriousness of learning. So I think and previously I was not looking at her like that, you know what I mean, like I'm trying to, but I'm sure we all have a story about falling in love with our best friend, and I think that's most of the people who have spoken, most of the queens I've spoken to, that's how the first relationship really started about. So me and her were in high school, and we became closer. We started sharing, things about each other, and she had told me that she had previously had a girlfriend, and I was very intrigued by this, and we just became closer and closer. And I think what set it off was the first time we kissed. So we went away to this other school tournament festival thing where schools competed against each other. One night after the tournament, we meet at one of the rooms, and we all, as girls, because obviously it's an all-girls school. Hey, man, first we start prank calling people. We play Mbumbutela. It's a fun night in general. And then people start leaving the room, it's getting late, and then numbers die down, and then I don't know who came up with the idea actually. We start playing 30 seconds. Not 30 seconds, sorry. Spin the bottle, sorry. We start playing spin the bottle. And then we just, doing truth or dares. People are telling us about their secrets, and it's getting intense, because people are telling their truths and hectic. Eventually, I was the first one who dared my one friend to put her tongue against my other friend. So it was like, hey, kumdan. Anyway, they do it, and then my friend who I dared was like, okay, so if we're putting tongues against other tongues, then we're kissing each other basically. So let's just do that. And in my mind, I'm like, yo. At the time, I was like, shit, I'm nervous, because I think I was in a space where I was like, I know I like women, but if the opportunity arises that I act on it, I know it's game over for me. I'm gay for life. I'm going to the pits of hell. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh shit. And I know my friends can attest to this. I was like overreacting with it, going to the bathroom like, no guys, we can't do that. And then I'm just laughing the whole time. I think I was just doing my nervous laugh. But anyway, eventually we started spinning the bottle. People started kissing each other. And I remember I think two of my friends were making out, because obviously this is now the day and this is the game that we're playing, and I was just like, damn, that looked intense. Like it was good to watch. And we were playing what's this song up here? Tonight I'll be a naughty girl. So we were just like having hella fun, and then I remember kissing, I think I've kissed about 5 girls that night. Yeah, and obviously, oh girl, it reviews gay. Woo! Yeah, go home and then obviously one of the girls that I kissed was now my first girlfriend, and that's how obviously after that day then we sort of spoke about it afterwards, etc, etc. So that was the first time I kissed her. Leave the tournament and we go back to school, me and her start chatting, and yeah, we start chatting about the kiss and how magical it felt, you know, we want to do it again, blah blah. And then obviously now the relationship intensified. We started meeting outside of the friendship circles and outside of the extramural activities, and yeah, the relationship sort of progressed. And you know, who asked who out? We didn't ask each other out. That's why, you know, I struggled a lot with calling it a relationship, because I didn't say, can you please be my girlfriend? You know, it just sort of happened that and if I see you with somebody else, you know, I'm gonna feel some type of way. And you know, we had those conversations. So it was a titleless relationship. So I used to call it an affair or a love affair, because, or a situationship, because that's what it was. And it was a very tough situation to get out of, because a lot of what I was feeling I didn't want to acknowledge, because we didn't say siyajola. So I felt like I had no grounds to be mad at things. I had no grounds, I had no right basically to feel any type of way about anything that she does that affects our relationship. So I had a hard time moving on from the relationship as well, because I was like, so why are you feeling some type of way, you know? So it took me a good 2-3 years to get over her, because number one, I denied myself of the feelings, and number two, there was sort of a battle between myself and accepting the fact that, okay, you're queer. So there was that battle, yeah, but actually, because in my mind at the time I told myself, you're only gay for her. And I was telling her this, and she was like, that's bullshit, there ain't no such a thing. Queer, in fact at the time she was like, no, bisexual is fine, like and I was like, no bitch, okay, it's not like that. I'm straight as they come. I'm straight to the death of me, you know. So I think we decided to the relationship ended because it was the end of matric, we went to varsity, and then at some point, you know, I made the decision that, you know what, I'm not gay, I'm not going to be in this relationship, I don't want to be gay. So I was like, girl, we need to break up, because what we're doing is wrong. And it was downhill from there. Yo, it was messy as fuck, and it was so intense, and it was, you know, I think we were young and everything that we're feeling was raw. It was the first time, we don't know what we were doing. Yeah, hectic, man. It literally took us some time to really break up, because we kept on seeing each other in similar circles, and you know, when we see each other, we go back to those feelings and we start talking about them. We avoid each other, we blue tick. Well, I was being blue ticked, being mad, yeah, but it was just toxic way too. And then at some point, you know, I accepted that, okay, we've broken up, and at some point I wanted her back. After now I've accepted, okay, DK, and then I wanted her back, and then she didn't want me back, and hey, got hectic, and go like go. And yeah, we broke up, manyanyan. We didn't speak for the longest time, and then my first time seeing her after like you break up, yeah, manyanyan, and we saw each other, and she was with my other friend, and I was shook to fuck, eh? Like, I was not expecting it, because previously, when I knew that I was gonna see her mhlambi at somebody's birthday party, I would rehearse mhlambi enhlokweni yami, you know, say molo unjani, because there was still a lot of feelings there left, and I was just, you know, I didn't know how I was going to react, so I was training myself. Okay, this is what you're gonna say. But eventually, when I saw her and I was not expecting it, I was just like, I saw my life flash before my eyes, basically, but she was really nice. It's like, hey, unjani, oh, you're not like that. Oh, yeah, sure. And then I just focused on my friend who was with her at the time, and I spoke to her mostly, and that was it. Yeah, and we didn't speak after that. Yeah, we didn't speak much after that. And then as we are growing up, I think being mature, we try to sort of start speaking again, but I don't think things were not sort of the same. We tried to maintain a friendship. She invited me to one of her events. I wasn't able to go. I didn't know how I felt about going as well. So it was just like very awkward. It still is not really awkward, but just like, and yeah, man, so like, yo, a lot happened, a lot that we didn't speak about. So just picking shit up and be like, okay, hey, we're best friends. It was just like stressful, and just, I think in retrospect and in reflection, relationships with women are very intense. And I think being that I was young at the time, and I was very vulnerable, and I was very raw, and I didn't have a prerequisite of a relationship with women at the time, I didn't know what I was doing. I think it was very intense because of that. And yeah, I learned that don't fall for your friends, because by hectic, even besides the two of you now, the circle as well, like, it's awkward, because at sometimes, you know, my other friend or the friends we shared in common were, you know, in the mix of it, and they were in the middle of it, because if I'm talking to the common friend and then she tells me, oh yeah, Jola ngoku, and then I just feel some type of way, and like, it awkward, and it difficult for the people who are also involved. So I think as queer women, let's not date in each other's circles. Okay, if niyafuna do that, and just police anyone, but personally for me, I don't think mixing friendships and relationships is good. I think having your own circle of friends is a good thing. A lot of queers like to mix the two, and I'm just like, don't do it, because I think you need your own friends, and if you need to vent about her, you know, who's gonna tell who what where? It's just too much to be in the mix of things. So I think looking back on it, we the two of us were very it's wrong alone, because we put other people in the mix of things, because now they have to tiptoe around us. Oh, so I think I learned a lot about that as well, and I learned to authentically be who I am and feel what I feel when I feel it. Just denying it won't really help anything. It won't make it go away. It is what it is. Yeah, and yeah, first relationships were too. Just share your experiences, in fact, because I'm sure there's a pandemic of first relationships being with your best friend, and So yeah, that is my story and my truth about the first time I was in a relationship with a woman. And if you have stories to share, and you can share them in the comments, do that, and like, share, subscribe, comment, and yeah, we're too happy 2019. I hope this is going to be prosperous new year for everybody. Do your New Year's resolutions, do your vision boards. For me, this year is about consistency. It's about consistency in every part and every aspect of my life. I'm not going to strive for perfection, but consistency. Hence, I'm going to be striving for consistent uploads this year, because I know a lot of you have been nudging me, telling me to produce content on a consistent basis. And yes, Dineville, I'm going to do that this year. So thank you so much for watching, man. If you're new to this channel, click on the button, watch the previous episodes, catch up and know what I'm about. And yeah, ndiyabulela man, till next time. Peace, love, queer.